What up, guys? It's your brother Joe here, and welcome back once again to my F1 2020 career mode. So before we get going, I want to give a massive shout out to my friend and brother Jake Warrior. He has launched his esports commentary page on Facebook, and he is doing a lot of that at the moment, and he's doing very well with it. How far he'll go with it, I think he's going to be among one of the best, so go check out his page, go give it a like, and go check out some of his commentaries. Links will all be in the description below. Right then, we're here at Q1 in for the Russian Grand Prix. It is race 17, and that is some disgraceful track extending. In fact, you could park a bus in the gap I was extending that track by, but that's my first lap in Q1. It wasn't that great, so we're going again for Q2. I mean, it was going to be enough to get into Q2, but I wanted to make sure, and no thanks to Latifi's best efforts, we are 8 tenths up and looking at comfortably making Q2. And yeah, that was actually a really good lap from myself, and you know what, I will reveal that it was enough to get us into Q3, the final part of qualifying, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for a big lap here. And eventually it was good enough to place us P9 on the provisional starting grid for the Russian Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to Sochi and the Russian Grand Prix, one of 8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. It's full throttle for around 56% of the lap here at the Sochi Autodrome, a 3.6-mile run around the site of the 2014 Winter Olympics. 12 right turns and 6 left turns give us a total count of 18, with passing opportunities available into turns 1 and 13. Anthony Davidson also joins me in the commentary box today. Let me ask you about Racing Point. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Ricciardo, Alexander Albon, and Perez, Oldtimer, Sainz, Norris, and Daniel Kvyat. Hamilton, they've taken a grid penalty. Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Ocon. Stroll, Gasly, Roman Grosjean, and Kevin Magnussen. Schumacher, Russell, Latifi, and Max Verstappen completes the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head...
We're on the grid then. We've moved up to 7th thanks to penalties. It's looking very ominous and cloudy, but no forecast of rain. It is lights out and away we go, and straight away we're trying to go around the outside of Perez. Ricciardo's had Albon go right round the outside of him. I've got the 2 McLarens surrounding me. I'm sticking to the inside. I'm braking late. Sainz goes full send. He's absolutely speared into Leclerc. Sent him straight round. And you know what? I will salvage P3 from that. We're on board with Sainz here. I braked late trying to get up the inside of a couple of these guys, and Sainz just didn't appear to brake at all. What was he doing? You see here, look, I've gone up the inside of a couple of them. Sainz thinks I'm going to brake later, and he's absolutely, well, he's annihilated Leclerc's race there. We have a safety car out, quite predictably for that, because it caused a bit of a traffic jam of cars that just queued behind each other, like we see. The sun is coming out though, and we are ready to go racing once again for the Russian Grand Prix. It is Bottas, it is Vettel, and it is myself in P3. And no sooner have we started racing has Carlos Sainz had an engine blow up. And you know what? Part of me kind of thinks karma for lap 1. And he looked like he was going to peel off there, but then he went straight back onto the racing line as his car was slowing. The AI doing an incredible job to avoid him. But that is us, currently running 3rd. And predictably though, Bottas and Vettel, the first 2, are just driving clean away from us. But we're starting to build a gap to Ricciardo. And I'm going to be honest, the race is just becoming a little bit static here, while we're holding a gap to Ricciardo and Albon in 4th and 5th. And Bottas and Vettel, well, they're just gone. They have entirely checked out of this race. and they are going to be the ones battling for the lead. But when it comes to lap 10, even nothing has still happened, but we're making our pit stop, and it's very much a one-stop race quite easily here because the tyre wear is practically non-existent, so it allows us to keep going at a very high pace, and it means that we can pit in quite early to guarantee an undercut on the guys behind us and still have plenty of tyres by the end of the race. So those softs are off, the mediums are on, and we're going to emerge behind the pack. That's not a problem at all though, because they all have to pit and we've got nice fresh tyres that are going to take us to the end of this 27 lap Russian Grand Prix. And we're back on circuit now, and we're just going to absolutely go for it to try and defend that podium, because it's a big opportunity and a big chance for us to get on the podium. We've got a yellow flag for some reason. I believe that's Alex Albon out of the race, and you can see here Albon having his engine failure. That's rotten luck for him, and as he slows down, he almost gets piled into by Charles Leclerc, who has Albon literally brake right in front of him. He just can't catch a break this afternoon, can he? But now we've got the front five being Bottas, Vettel, myself, Kvyat taking a big advantage of the safety car pit stop there and moving himself into P4 in his home Grand Prix. But we are now getting ready for the restart once again. I've never seen two safety cars around here before. If that has happened, please correct me in the comments below. But yeah, we are ready to go racing once again. Bottas leading Vettel, and I did give it everything I could to try and keep up with these two and maybe have a cheeky shot at Vettel, but they're already gone, and I don't think we're going to be able to stay within DRS range. If anything, I'm more worried about Kvyat going full send here. He has a little look, but that's shut down very, very quickly, and I don't think he quite had the momentum there to keep up with me. And in fact, Leclerc has now got past Daniel Kvyat for fourth, and now I'm going to have Leclerc breathing down my neck very quickly in his Ferrari, and well, that's quite a comeback after being completely taken out by Carlos Sainz at the beginning. So he's managed to get his way back up to fourth, and with 7.5 laps to go, we've now got Leclerc right on my rear. I go one side to defend him, but Leclerc's just straight away gone to the other. Nice illegal engine you have there, Leclerc. You've just blasted straight past me. We couldn't have done anything there to keep Leclerc behind. Like, I went one way to defend him, but he went another, and the momentum he had was unreal. Kvyat did have a look, but I shut him down straight away. And now Ricciardo has got past Kvyat. We've got 3.5 laps to go now, and it does look like we are going to be pretty safe in that fourth place. And even though it's not the podium, even if we can hold on to fourth, it will still be our best result yet, and that is a result I will happily accept. Even though if the race were just a few laps shorter, that podium could have been ours. But I'm not going to lose faith. That podium is coming. And meanwhile, out at front, because literally nothing is happening in my race, we're watching two championship contenders, Sebastian Vettel getting past Valtteri Bottas for the lead of the race. And given the tyre differences, because Bottas for some reason went on the hards, Vettel is going to be gone. We're on the last lap now, and my tyres not feeling quite as fresh as, say, Ricciardo's, because my tyre wear is quite harsh. And Ricciardo now thinking he might have a cheeky look at fourth place on the last lap. Giovinazzi now up to fifth. I bet Alfa Romeo would have a field day if they could get a result like that IRL this season. That's extraordinary, but now we're doing our best to hold off Ricciardo on the last lap. Are we going to hold on to our best result yet? Or is Ricciardo going to deny us that and we match our best finish so far from Zandvoort? One sector remains, and we've got a DRS zone to hold Ricciardo back now. And this is getting quite tense. For the first time all race, there is on-track action, apart from obviously when Leclerc blasted past me. And we now go to the inside to defend, but Ricciardo's on the left. He's currently past me, but I'm going to try and keep composed. I've got the inside line, I brake later, and I managed to hold on to fourth. Ricciardo could have another look towards the end of the lap, but I think he's fallen far enough back now for me to be pretty safe in that 4th place. It did look pretty hairy for a moment there. Ricciardo was going for it, but I went full send up the inside. We're coming round the last corner, and that is our best result of my team career mode. We take P4. That podium must be coming soon.
A great race then, and a fantastic win here in Sochi. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
I can't pretend that that was the most exciting race from my view, because it really wasn't, but it was a solid result from my view, and unlike in Monza when we were running 4th and made that mistake, we managed to keep hold of 4th today, and we were 1 place away from the podium, if not for Leclerc blasting past me with his Concorde illegal engine. I'm sure we could have held on to it, but no. All jokes aside, great comeback from Leclerc after Sainz speared him round at the the second corner. I'm really not quite sure what Sainz there was thinking he was going to achieve, but it's a solid race for us. We were consistent, we had decent pace, and the result is P4. And Lewis Hamilton doesn't even make the points as one of the championship contenders, and that is crucial. Look how tight the championship has actually got. 3 points in it between Vettel and Bottas. We're currently moving up as well. We've moved up into 8th, and we are 6th currently in the Constructors, and if we can hold that, I will be delighted. Well, I'm going to leave you with the highlights reel. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of my career mode videos. Thank you. Until the next one, it is goodbye from me. See you soon.